Are you prepared to face the portal that can completely transform your life? On December 30th, the new moon in Capricorn began a powerful and inescapable cycle symbolized by the Ouroboros. This cosmic event is a call to profound transformation and, if ignored, can have difficult consequences. After all, what are you leaving behind this year? What patterns, fears, and blocks still hold you back? This rare cycle is an urgent invitation to face the shadows you avoid and begin a new chapter more aligned with who you truly are. But be careful. The energy of this moment does not forgive procrastination or denial. Anyone who is not prepared to deal with the intense revelations of this portal may face unexpected crises and painful ruptures. If you've ever felt a growing uneasiness, as if something was about to change radically, know that it's no coincidence. The Ouroboros symbolism warns, everything that is not resolved now will return stronger in the future. This is the time to act with courage, intention, and awareness. Welcome to the Eye of the Soul channel. The new moon in Capricorn ends the year 2024 with an energy of renewal. This phenomenon stands out not only for its zodiacal location, but also for its connection with a rare cycle. December begins and ends with new moons. This unique pattern emphasizes the symbolism of beginning and end, offering a meaningful period for reflection and planning. Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, is a sign associated with structure, discipline, and ambition. When the new moon occurs in this sign, it invites introspection about our goals and building solid foundations for the future. This is a time when the cosmos suggests pausing to evaluate the fundamentals of personal and professional life, encouraging careful planning for next steps. The repeat of new moons in December creates an opportunity to revisit intentions set at the beginning of the month and evaluate your progress. It's as if the universe offers a second chance to adjust or renew our commitments to what really matters. This energy aligns perfectly with the end of the year, a time traditionally associated with introspection and resolutions. This new moon carries with it a profound message of renewal and planning. It is a period to recognize the lessons learned from the past year and set goals aligned with our most authentic aspirations for the new cycle to come. The Ouroboros, symbolized by the image of the serpent biting its own tail, is one of the oldest emblems of humanity. It dates back to philosophical and esoteric traditions, representing the continuous cycle of creation and destruction, life and death, beginning and end. This archetype is deeply linked to the idea of transformation and self-reflection, central themes of the new moon that began. In astrology and alchemy, Ouroboros suggests a process of integration of dualities, light and shadow, good and evil, beginning and ending. The image of the serpent forming a circle reinforces the idea that everything in life is interconnected, and that the end of one cycle inevitably leads to the beginning of another. This concept aligns with the close of 2024, inviting introspection and renewal. The etymology of the word Ouroboros also carries a special meaning. Gold is associated with spiritual or alchemical achievement, a metaphor for the height of self-knowledge. Boros is related to the concept of eating or devouring, symbolizing transformation through the destruction and recreation of old patterns. This process reflects the internal work necessary to evolve. Ouroboros is a call to the conscious practice of reviewing our actions, beliefs, and emotions. By becoming aware of our patterns, we can decide which ones to keep, which ones to adjust, and which ones to let go of. This is a time to balance what we already know about ourselves with the possibility of new discoveries. Ouroboros teaches us that transformation is not a single event, but an ongoing cycle. Just like the serpent that renews its skin, we are constantly invited to let go of the old, to welcome the new. The new moon in Capricorn, with its connection to this symbol, reminds us that renewal is an essential part of the human journey. The month of December 2024 was marked by profound challenges, reflecting an intense journey of personal transformation and healing. The new moon in Capricorn, connected to the Ouroboros symbol, amplifies this dynamic, offering a powerful moment to explore the shadows and begin an internal alchemical process. This is a period of self-transformation, where suffering can be transmuted into learning and growth. Alchemy, both literal and symbolic, is the process of transforming something crude into something precious, like lead into gold. On a personal level, this means facing the most difficult parts of ourselves to discover our true potential. The green color of the boron flame, often associated with the heart chakra, is emblematic of this transformation. It symbolizes healing, emotional connection, and the openness necessary to navigate challenges consciously. In the context of astrology, December 2024 requires courage to face old issues and limiting patterns that need to be resolved. This journey is not easy, as it involves revisiting repressed emotions, traumas, and relationships that are no longer aligned with our essence. However, by exploring these dark areas, we can find clarity and liberation, essential elements for spiritual progress. The transformation proposed by this new moon also carries an aspect of patience and responsibility. Just like in alchemy, where the transmutation process takes time, self-knowledge and emotional healing require dedication. Alignment with the heart chakra, symbolized by green, reminds us to act with compassion and kindness, both towards ourselves and others. The energy of this cycle encourages us to accept change as a natural part of life. By recognizing that healing is an ongoing path, we can connect more deeply with our purpose and build solid foundations for a future more aligned with our true essence. This is the ideal time to transform our shadows into light and move towards wholeness. This new moon that has begun brings with it a period of intense challenges, marking a crucial point of transformation and personal growth. This end of the year is characterized by unexpected events that can shake emotional and financial stability. These challenges are amplified by Venus's square to Uranus, an astrological configuration that brings sudden crises in relationships and unexpected changes in our interpersonal dynamics. The financial and emotional problems that arise during this period serve as triggers to revisit and reevaluate life structures that may be weakened. This energy should not only be seen as destructive, but as an opportunity to review values, pacts, and beliefs that no longer serve us. Old karmic cycles can emerge with force, demanding resolution and release. It is a request to overcome patterns that bind us to the past. The Venus-Uranus square also highlights an urgent need for authenticity in relationships. This aspect causes ruptures or tensions, especially in partnerships where individual needs have been neglected. Although challenging, it is a powerful time to bring about necessary change, allowing for greater freedom and mutual alignment. Overcoming the challenges of this period requires courage and self-knowledge. It is essential to find a balance between facing problems head-on and adopting self-care practices. Astrology reminds us that unexpected events are opportunities for growth and evolution. Instead of resisting change, we can accept it as a signal for transformation. This period encourages us to trust our resilience. The difficulties faced now are fundamental to preparing us for a new cycle, more aligned with our purposes and values. With patience and responsibility, we can overcome obstacles, strengthen our emotional foundation, and build a more stable and harmonious future. True wisdom is not just in acquiring knowledge, but in knowing how to let go of what no longer serves you. This is the central sign that the new moon in Capricorn gives us at the end of the year, releasing old fears, guilt, and attachments that limit our emotional growth. Reconnecting with the heart and the essence of the law of love is fundamental to transitioning the transformative energies that begin. This is the time to heal emotional wounds and expand our ability to understand and accept ourselves and others. The heart chakra, often associated with green, the color of healing, reminds us of the importance of cultivating compassion and empathy. These attributes are secrets to transforming internal blocks into bridges to new relationships and deeper understandings. Reconnecting with the heart involves practicing forgiveness and acceptance, not just forgiveness of others, but most importantly of yourself. This is a time to recognize the lessons of past experiences and embrace them as part of our journey. This wisdom is built from the courage to face one's own shadows and integrate them as part of the whole. Aligning with the law of love requires a conscious approach to emotions. It's important to identify patterns of fear or guilt that may be rooted in old beliefs and replace them with a more compassionate perspective. This reconnection promotes a deep sense of inner peace, essential for starting the new year with clarity and balance. This event reminds us that true wisdom comes from the heart. It's the ability to stay connected to yourself, even in times of difficulty, and to find beauty and meaning in change. This reconnection prepares us to live more authentically, aligned with values that reflect our best selves. The atom metaphor is a powerful representation to understand the process of evolution and transformation that we are experiencing at the end of the year. Just as electrons orbit in different layers around the nucleus of an atom, our beliefs and experiences are also organized in layers around our essence. These layers are formed by experiences accumulated throughout life, shaping our perception and our connection with the world. When we absorb a sufficient light charge, symbolizing knowledge, consciousness, or spiritual insights, we make a quantum leap to a higher layer. This transition does not happen gradually, but abruptly and significantly, reflecting the impact of transformative moments in our lives. These leaps bring us closer to an existence more aligned with our true purpose. The process is not linear, which means that we face periods of setbacks and advances. Lower layers, representing limiting beliefs or old traumas, may emerge unexpectedly to be revisited and released. This movement is essential to free ourselves from patterns that no longer serve us and create space for new experiences. The atom metaphor also reminds us that each leap requires energy and preparation. Just as an electron needs an external stimulus to change layers, we also need catalysts such as challenges, learning, or deep connections to evolve. This energy can come from moments of introspection, spiritual practices, or even the relationships that drive us to grow. The quantum leap, represented by the atom metaphor, reflects our potential for change. It encourages us to accept freedom and connection with higher layers of consciousness, allowing us to live more authentically and harmoniously. This new moon is about absorbing the necessary light and moving towards a new cycle of evolution. This period brings a powerful energy that resonates on both the individual and collective level. One of the most striking aspects of this period is the connection with Pluto, which forms significant aspects with the lunar nodes. These planetary placements activate themes related to karmic cycles, bringing to the surface issues that require resolution and healing, both personal and collective. On an individual level, this transit encourages us to revisit events and patterns from past lives, or for those who do not adopt this perspective, deep experiences from the recent past. It's a time to identify emotional wounds or limiting beliefs that still influence our choices. This review offers the opportunity for transformation and liberation, allowing us to move forward with more clarity and purpose. Collectively, Pluto's energies emphasize the need for structural change and the re-evaluation of social pacts. Issues such as justice, responsibility, and balance of power may come to the fore, requiring greater awareness and action on the part of groups and societies. External events that reflect karmic tensions can arise, functioning as mirrors for internal processes that also demand attention. The interaction between the collective and individual dimensions is particularly strong in this period. What happens at the global level reflects in a way the challenges and transformations we go through as individuals. This reinforces the idea that our internal work, self-knowledge, emotional healing, and personal responsibility directly contributes to the evolution of the collective. This period functions as a portal, a transition point between old and new cycles. This is the time to look to the past with gratitude for the lessons learned and to the future with hope and determination. Both individually and as part of a greater consciousness, we are invited to welcome change and contribute to a new, more balanced and harmonious cycle. Internal transformation is one of the central themes of this lunar cycle, and it requires us both patience and emotional responsibility. The energy of Saturn in Capricorn, which governs this new moon, reinforces the importance of building solid foundations for the future, even in the face of challenges and uncertainties. This astrological alignment invites us to take full responsibility for our choices and actions, recognizing that we are the alchemists of our own lives. The alchemical process in this context does not concern the transformation of metals, but the transmutation of emotions, thoughts, and behaviors. It requires diving into the shadows, the parts of us we often avoid, to understand and integrate these experiences. This internal work is essential to recover personal sovereignty and align with the true essence. Saturn, the planet of structures and time, teaches us that transformation does not occur instantly. It is an ongoing process that requires commitment. Each decision made consciously strengthens the foundations for a more stable and harmonious future. This responsibility includes accepting the consequences of our actions and working to correct what needs to be adjusted. Emotional healing, another essential aspect of this period, is not just about resolving old wounds, but also about remembering who we truly are. It is a process of returning to the center, where we find our strength and authenticity. This reconnection with our true self is what allows us to move through challenges with resilience and clarity. The current cycle reminds us that we are co-creators of our reality. The energy of the new moon encourages us to cultivate clear intentions and work to manifest them in the world. By taking responsibility for our personal growth, we contribute to the creation of a more conscious collective aligned with higher values. The beginning of 2025, marked by the conjunction of the moon with Pluto, brings intense energy that can awaken deep emotions and, in some cases, conflicts. This planetary configuration suggests a day of greater emotional sensitivity and potential for challenging situations. People may feel more reactive or overwhelmed, which makes it essential to adopt preventative measures and self-care practices. Among the most evident risks are tensions in relationships and the possibility of conflicts due to a lack of clear communication or the emergence of unresolved issues. It is important to avoid unnecessary discussions and seek to express emotions in a balanced way. Pluto, associated with transformation and power, can bring to light hidden issues that require attention but must be approached calmly. In addition to emotions, January 1st also requires caution in practical situations. Intense energy can increase the likelihood of accidents or unforeseen incidents, especially if there is impulsivity. Avoiding high-risk activities and practicing mindfulness are fundamental strategies to minimize possible setbacks. To make better use of this energy, it is recommended to invest in practices that promote emotional balance and mental clarity. Meditation, breathing exercises, and symbolic rituals such as writing intentions or performing small acts of gratitude can help transform this intensity into a moment of renewal. Using symbolic elements such as candles or crystals associated with protection and clarity can also strengthen positive energy. The day is an opportunity to start the year with awareness and intention. While the challenges may be more obvious, they also lead us to practice self-care and set healthy boundaries. Starting the year with an attitude of attention and respect for one's own emotional needs is the first step towards a more balanced and productive cycle. The month of December 2024 ends with a cycle that symbolizes, at the same time, endings and new beginnings. The new moon in Capricorn, amplified by the symbolism of Ouroboros, brings reflection on the lessons learned throughout the year and preparation for a new cycle of growth and evolution. This period carries a clear message. Alignment with our most authentic values is the secret to achieving balance and wholeness. Ouroboros symbolism teaches us that every end is a new beginning. The difficulties faced throughout the month and potentially intensified at the beginning of next year are opportunities to integrate past experiences and renew commitments to our best version. The end of a karmic cycle opens the way to new possibilities, as long as there is a willingness to face fears, overcome guilt, and embrace change. On an individual level, this is a time for introspection and planning. Capricorn's energy reinforces the importance of solid structures and discipline to turn dreams into reality. However, it also serves to balance ambition with emotional wisdom, recognizing that true success is rooted in authenticity and connection to the heart. Collectively, this period reminds us that we are all interconnected. Our individual growth contributes to a more conscious and harmonious world. The personal transformation that each person carries out resonates in the collective, strengthening the cosmic body that we share. Reflecting on our responsibilities and actions is fundamental to building a future more aligned with the principles of justice, empathy, and love. This is a portal to a new cycle of consciousness, offering the opportunity to release the old and welcome the new. By accepting this invitation with courage and determination, we can align our lives with a greater purpose, benefiting not only ourselves, but also the collective around us.